Okay. So let's go ahead and start off on our backs today. So coming all the way down onto your back, let your palms come out to the sides, toes can flop out to the side. And you can kind of windshield wiper your heels and feet back and forth, side to side. Maybe rock back and forth through the back of the head, just massaging through the back part of the skull. And allow yourself just to come into your breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Three more. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Last one. Just allowing yourself to come into some normal breath and to drop into a space of gratitude. Gratitude to the universe, the deep leaving of wisdom and knowledge and love. Recognizing an energy that is larger than us that we're still collectively a part of. Give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity. We have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. Give gratitude to indigenous peoples of these lands. The Northern Cheyenne, the Crow, the Salish, the Blackfoot, the Kootenai, Kalispel, the Pondere, and the Little Shell tribes. Documenting ourselves at land acknowledgement is just the first step in us coming into a really great relationship and doing the right thing. It's just thought, word, and deed. Gratitude practice of yoga. So it reminds us that we as human beings are innately good. We are kind and honest, generous and just. We give gratitude to Black and Brown peoples, the original creators and sustainers of this practice. We give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, our own ancestors and our own lineage. If there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to today, and take the time to do so now. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Press your toes back towards your face. Bring a little bit of movement into the legs and the feet. Stretch the arms out overhead. Think about wrapping all your muscles around your bone. And grab onto your left wrist with your right hand and swing your toes and feet off to the right hand side of the mat, creating a little half moon here. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly move yourself through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Swing your feet over to the left. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Open up through that right side body, little half moon. Sometimes it's nice to just cross an ankle over the other one. And slowly bring yourself back to your center line. Stretch both hands overhead. Maybe you can interlock your fingers and kind of press up through the fists a little bit, or just reach to the fingertips, flex the toes back towards the face. Breathe into the rib cage and the belly, and then exhale. Pull your knee up into your chest and take your arms down and around the front part of your right knee and pull your knee in towards your armpit. And then just create some slow moving circles here through the knee and the hip. We'll go for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and then take it back that opposite way for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand comes long and wide and turn and stack your right hip over your left as you turn and look up past your right fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly pull yourself back to your center line. Take the sole, that right foot high to the sky. Flex the toes back in towards the face. Nice deep inhale here. Press the ceiling away from you. And then lower the leg down about 1/3 of the way. And then lower the leg down about 2/3 of the way, still pressing out through the top of that thigh. And then hover that leg above the mat and then point and pull the toes back up to the ceiling. Flex through the foot, press the ceiling away, big inhale here. 2 more rounds. Lower down about 2/3 of the way, or 1/3 of the way. Lower down about 2/3 of the way. Lower down and hover, and then point and pull the foot back. Flex and press it away. Lower down 1/3, lower down 2/3. Keep the top of that right quad engaged. Lower down and hover, and then point and pull that foot high to the sky. Create a couple circles with the foot. Moving one way and then the other. And then slowly interlock your fingers around the front part of that shin again. Pull that knee down towards your armpit. And then take your right hand, the inside of your right knee, and pull your right knee and let your right femur bone start to drop down to the earth. So opening up through the inside of that right hip. Slowly release. Let that leg come all the way down to the end of the mat. Same thing on that second side. Pull that left knee up into the chest. Interlock your fingers around the front part of that left knee and shin and pull that left knee down towards your left armpit. Find a little bit of compression here and then start to create some small circles through the knee. Pressing the shin into the palms for 3, for 2, 1, and take it back for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee, left hand comes long and wide. You slowly turn and stack your left hip over your right as you look past your left fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, soften to your right glute. Keep your left shoulder blade down to the earth. One more time. And then slowly bring yourself all the way back to your center line. Extend the sole of the foot high to the sky and flex the toes in towards the face. Big inhale here. Exhale, slowly lower. And slowly lower that foot 2/3 of the way. Lower and hover. Engage that left glute and then point and pull it all the way back up. Flex and press. Exhale, lower 1/3. Lower 2/3. Lower and hover. Point and pull it back up. We'll do one more round. Flex and press the ceiling away. Lower 1/3. Lower 2/3. Lower and hover. And then point and pull. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Go ahead and put a bend in that knee. You're going to interlock your fingers on the front part of that shin. And pull that knee down towards your armpit again. And then slowly take that left hand to the inside of the left knee and you let your left leg open up out to the side, opening up through the outside of the hip. The outside of the foot comes maybe down to the mat. It doesn't have to, but trying to keep both hips down to the earth. And slowly release, take that leg all the way down to the end of the mat, and then take both soles of the feet high to the sky here. Big inhale, flex the toes back towards the face and press the ceiling away as you wrap your muscles around your bones. Big inhale. Exhale, put a bend in the knees and then take the forearms or the wrists around the front part of the shins. Pull the legs in towards the chest, tuck the chin in towards the chest, bring your forehead to your knee. And then shift yourself back and forth side to side here a little bit, massaging out through the spine, relaxing and releasing here. And then slowly take your hands to the back part of your knees and hamstrings. And then you're just gonna do a slow rock on your seat up to bring yourself up to a simple seat. So grounding down through your seat, let the crown of the head lift high to the sky. And then inhale, arms are gonna sweep high. Exhale, hands are gonna come down to your heart line. And then hands are gonna come out to your sides beyond your hips. Crown of the head lifts to rise and pull or roll the shoulder blades down the back. And then you'll sweep that left hand up and over as you cup onto your right ear. Sit up nice and tall here. And then think about pressing down through the round of that right palm. Relaxing and releasing through the jawline. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Bring your head all the way back to your center line. Same thing on the opposite side, fingertips 10. Sweep that opposite hand up and over and pull that right ear down towards your right shoulder as you press down through the round of that left palm. Big inhale. Breathe into the side of the head and the skull. Exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale slowly. Bring your head back to your center line. Turn and look out past your left shoulder. Look back behind you. Take your eyes into the side of the skull. Slowly move your head through your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. And then look back behind you. Take your eyes into the side of the skull. And slowly bring your head back to your center. Grab on to the knees with the hands and then inhale. Heart and chest move forward. Exhale. Roll yourself back into yourself. Inhale, heart and chest move forward. Exhale. Roll into yourself. 2 more. Inhale, heart and chest move forward. Exhale. Press and roll back. 1 more time. Inhale, heart and chest move forward. Exhale, press and roll back into yourself. Inhale back to your center line. Go ahead and pop your knees up and then just swing your legs and feet around to meet in a tabletop. Your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. Go ahead and create just some movement through your hips here, shifting back and forth side to side. Maybe you roll out through the hips a little bit. Maybe you draw figure eights through the seat. So whatever feels best for you and your body today. Maybe you tuck your tailbone and pull up and in on the pelvis. So grounding down through the palms, bring yourself back into a neutral spine, and then inhale, drop your low belly. Heart and chest beam forward, pulling yourself into your cow, and then exhale. Pull up and in on the low belly and around into your cat. Inhale, heart and chest move forward. Exhale, press and pull. 2 more. Inhale, heart and chest move forward. Exhale, press and pull. 1 more time, heart and chest move forward.
exhale, press and pull. Inhale back into your table. Take your left hand underneath the face and then right hand will come high to the sky. Open up through the heart and the chest and then thread the needle. Take the back side of the hand or the top of the hand down to the mat as you let yourself fall down and over onto that right shoulder. Your left hand can serve as a pillow offside on the mat. You can also swing it back and around the low part of the belly or the low part of the back to reach around to grab onto the inside of the hip. You can also take it towards the top of the mat and look up underneath your armpit. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, take that hand right back next to your face, press into your palm, and then just take that hand right underneath your shoulder. Inhale into your cow to floss it out. Exhale into your cat. Round it up. One more time, inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Inhale back into table. Right hand will come underneath the face. Left hand comes high to the sky. Big inhale here. Exhale, flip the palm, bring yourself down and onto that left shoulder. Right hand can serve as a pillow underneath the head. You can also come off side of the mat, creating a 90-degree angle. It can come to the top of the mat. Check in with your feet to make sure the tops of the shins are pressing down into the earth, tops of the feet. Maybe you take it around to the low part of the back. Breathing here wherever you're at. Exhale. One more time, big inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release. Take the right hand next to the face. Press into the palm. And then take that left hand right underneath your shoulder again. And then inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Again, inhale into cow. And then exhale into cat. Go ahead and slowly tuck your toes and walk your hands back towards your knees as you drive your knees up towards your chest and pull down through your heels, relaxing and releasing the back part of your calves. You can have your hips elevated. You can press into blocks to lift yourself if the low squat is too much on the knees. Then just shifting back and forth side to side a little bit. Maybe you kind of roll through the big toe mounds or the balls of the feet. And if you roll one way, roll that opposite way. And then slowly just shift yourself forward ever so slightly so your knees are kind of at a hover, and then pop your hips high to the sky for a short legged, like down dog. So your hands aren't quite as far. You're kind of in a forward fold, right? But your arms are kind of walked out probably about an arm's length distance. Then you're gonna take that left hand and place it just beyond the face, and then right hand is gonna come around to the outside of your left ankle. So twisted down dog, big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Same thing on that opposite side, ground down through the hand. Grab onto the outside of that opposite ankle and turn and look up underneath your armpit. Slowly release. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Put a big bend in your knees and just let your chest fall over the tops of your thighs. Check in with the outside of your hips. And then just shift back and forth side to side here. Let your head hang heavy. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Maybe hands come to the back of the skull. Shifting back and forth side to side here. And then slowly hands move up the front part of the feet and shins flat back. Exhale, let yourself fall down and over the tops of the thighs. And then on the next inhale,
Sweep yourself high to the sky. Arms come high to the sky. Exhale, tent through the arms. Open up through the heart and the chest. And then close your arms back to your center line. And then hands come down to your sides. Okay. Inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, we're going to step our right foot out in front of us and just bring ourselves into a high crescent lunge. Big inhale here. So you're on the ball of that back left foot. Both feet are on nice and straight. You can put a bend in that front knee. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop your back heel and then open yourself up into your warrior two. Holding here. Reaching through the fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, you're going to turn both toes out and your heels are going to turn in, coming into star pose. You're going to exhale, sit it down into your goddess. And then inhale, back into star. Turn your toes in and your heels out and your hands come down to your shoulder height. And then let yourself just come down and over the top of the thighs, wide-legged forward fold. Hands can hit the mat. Holding here. Let the crown of the head move down to the earth. Take the weight of the hips over the heels. Pull up and in on the low belly. Let yourself come down over the tops of the hips. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, let yourself fall a little bit deeper, and then you're slowly just going to walk yourself towards the top of your mat. So you're going to pivot on the ball or the heel of the front foot, the ball of the back foot. And then your right hand is going to come to the inside of your left foot, and your left hand is, your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Your right hand comes high to the sky. Then exhale, slowly turn your torso back to the earth. You're going to hop that back foot up about halfway up your mat, bringing yourself into your pyramid pose. You can take blocks to either side of that front foot. You can always tent the fingers, but think about drawing back through that back right hip and drawing forward with that front left hip. And then ground down through your feet equally and pull yourself all the way back up to stand. And then you're just going to step that right foot back to meet your left. Hands are going to come down to your heart line. So same thing, opposite side. Inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, you're going to step that left foot out in front of you, coming on to the ball of that back right foot. Big inhale here. Exhale, you're going to drop that back heel and open yourself up into your warrior two. Strong legs, reach to the fingertips. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Turn towards the side of the mat and then hands come high into star pose. Exhale. Squat down with your heels turned in, toes turned out into your goddess squat here. Lift up through the heart and the chest. Breathe. Inhale, arms come high. Exhale, turn your heels in and your toes out and your arms come right down at your side as you bring yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. Wide angle forward fold. Let yourself just fall and hang heavy here. Check in with your hips. Two more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself back towards the front of your mat. So pivot on the heel of that front foot, ball of the back foot. Put a bend in that front left knee, and then the palm of that right hand comes to a block on the inside of the foot. That left hand comes high to the sky. Exhale, turn the torso parallel back to the earth. You're gonna do that little mini half hop up your mat. Bringing yourself into that pyramid pose. Rock back through that left hip. Rock forward through your front.
Check to make sure that you're stacked over the tops of the femur bones. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, ground out through both your feet equally as you pull yourself all the way back up to stand. And you'll just step that left foot back to meet your right. Inhale, arms sweep high to the sky. Exhale, bring yourself down and over the top of your thighs. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, hands come down to the mat and walk yourself out into your plank pose. Drop down to the knees and bring yourself all the way down into a child. Sit bones, come back towards your heels, draw your fingertips out in front of you. Leg bend through the spine here. Your forehead can rest down on the mat. You can shift your head back and forth side to side. Palms can come into prayer and they can come back into praying child. The thumbs at the nape of the neck. Just allowing yourself to breathe here. And palms come back down to the earth and you're gonna pull yourself up to your hands and knees. And then take the palms towards the top of the mat as you drop down through your heart and your chest, coming into puppy pose. Your third eye can come back down to the mat. You can also always take your chin out to the mat. I prefer third eye, but think about wherever you're at. Press down through the tops of the feet and shins to take the majority of the pressure out of the knees. One more big breath here. And slowly shift yourself forward into your Sphinx pose. Press down back through the knees. Elbows come underneath your shoulders. Crown of the head lifts high to the sky, bringing yourself into a Sphinx pose. Big inhale here. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, let your elbows flare out and then stack your palms or your hands on top of each other. Your third eye comes down to the mat or down to the palms. Let your left leg go limp and then pick your right leg up off the mat. Big inhale here. Point through the toes. Press down through the right hip and then just small pulses for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Slowly lower. Relax and release through your glute. Same thing on that opposite side. Maybe you change up the stack of the hands. That right leg or left leg comes up off the mat. Right leg hangs limp. Press down through the hip. Hold here. And then pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold at the top. Exhale, slowly release. Release through the glutes. Go ahead and take the hands way out to the sides like airplane wings. You're gonna take your right ear and your right cheek down to the mat and your left palm comes right next to the bust line. You press into the palm and roll yourself onto that right shoulder as that left foot stacks behind your knee. And you open up through your right shoulder. Right ear and temple are down to the mat. Keep breathing here. 2 more big breaths. One more. Slowly release. Bring yourself all the way back to your heart and your chest. Same thing on that opposite side. Extend that left arm. Right hand comes next to the bust line. Press into the palm and then roll yourself onto that left shoulder. Right foot steps back behind that left knee.
Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, hold. Two more big breaths, big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale slowly. Let yourself roll all the way back down to your heart and your chest. Take your hands right next to your bust line. Press to your knees and send yourself right back into your child's pose again. Stretch out through your shoulders and the compression that you just did. Grip onto your mat, your sit bones, move back down towards your heels. Allow yourself to soften. One more big breath here. And slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. And shift yourself all the way over and onto your seat. Take your left leg out in front of you. Sole that right foot to the inside of your thigh. Squeeze the sole and the foot together to touch, and then turn the torso towards the top of that leg. Inhale, arms come high. And exhale, let yourself fall down and over the top of that thigh. Pull back through your hip and pull the crown of the head towards the top of the foot. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk yourself up that leg. Take that opposite leg nice and wide, sole of that opposite foot to the inside of the thigh. Turn your torso towards that straight leg and then inhale. Arms come high. And then exhale, let yourself come down and over the top of the thigh. Pull down on the low belly, pull up and in. Excuse me, up and in on the low belly, and then pull down with your elbows. Let your breath stay in the upper part of the back. Big inhale here. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, slowly walk yourself back up. Take both of your feet out in front of you and flex your toes in towards your face. Arms come high to the sky. And then exhale. Engage your low belly and pull yourself down and over the tops of the thighs. You can walk your sit bones back behind you, releasing there. Continue to pull the crown of the head towards the top of the feet. Give your body permission to release and let go. Right at where your glute meets the hamstring. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards you. And shift yourself down and onto your back. Take your right ankle and cross it over the top of your left knee. Recline figure four. Flex through that left and right foot. You can use your hand to kind of coax that knee and that hip open. The hands are going to come back behind that left thigh as you pull the legs in towards the chest. Be directive with your breath and send it into the outside of your right hip. Stay with your breath here, big inhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths, big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. And exhale. Go ahead and slowly lower that left foot down towards the mat. Keep your right ankle draped over it, and then you're just going to take the weight of the foot and the ankle to the outside of that left knee, and you're going to let the legs move down and over to the right hand side. Arms come out like an airplane, palms face up to the sky. You can always kind of walk your foot back towards that opposite edge of the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, hold. One more time, big breath. And then exhale, heel toe your foot back to your center. And then let the legs rock up to the center line. Same thing on that opposite side. That right ankle over the top of your left knee or vice versa, whatever side you didn't do last time. Maybe coax that leg out first just to kind of get a gauge for how the outside of the hip is feeling. Hands weave back behind the thigh as you flex through the foot and pull the legs in towards the chest. Big inhale here. And exhale. Again, big inhale. And exhale. Last one, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Take the sole of that right foot down to the earth. Outside of that left knee is slowly pushed down just through the weight of that right foot or that left foot and that left ankle. And then you can kind of heel toe your legs out to the right hand side of the mat as you drop down through the femur bone and the knees. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, hold. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. Slowly heel toe your foot back to your center. Relax and release here. Hug both knees into the chest. And then take the arms out like airplane wings, palm face up to the sky. Let the knees drop over to the right hand side of the mat as you turn and look up past the left fingertips. Breathe here and pull down through that left shoulder. And squeeze the knees, the inside of the thighs, and drag your knees through your center line and turn and look out past the right fingertips. Pull down through your right shoulder. And slowly bring your knees back to center. Give yourself a nice big hug here. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Maybe shift back and forth side to side, massaging out through the spine. One last time, and then take the soles of the feet high to the sky. And slowly let the heels drift all the way down towards the end of the mat. When heels hit the mat, toes pop out to the side, glutes release, palms come down to the sides, palms are face up to the sky. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. You can pop your chest up using your elbows and your triceps to roll your shoulder blades underneath you. And allowing yourself just to come into your Shavasana. So where we started at the beginning of class,
Back to your breath. So card for today. The number 8, divine masculine, electric active power. This is the card of Osiris, master of resurrection. He heralds a time of active creative energy in your life. He fuses his own inner light with the personal and internal vibration of universal consciousness, being newly empowered in every cell and every thought. The hawk that sits on his shoulder has a strong life force and intense energy. This card indicates that you are entering this field of expansive energy at this time. In flight, the hawk has great vision and the ability to communicate with the spirit of creation. This is an important message for you. You're moving into a time of great creative and productive energy, so let yourself consider what project or activity is calling to your soul. Whether it's a new business, a novel, a work of art, now is the time to focus on this type of endeavor. Your own resonance vibrates with an absolutely electric connection with universal inspiration and accelerated action. In fact, you may emerge from this time feeling not only reinvigorated, but even reinvented. On a personal level, this card could signify an approaching relationship with a man. It may be a new romance or a strong friendship or a business connection. This man brings fresh ideas and dynamic energy into your life, so be conscious of any new opportunities. Remember, as you receive the guidance and support, always maintain your own creative intention and listen to your own intuitive voice. Affirmation: as I connect with the creative force in the universe, my own creativity expands and thrives. Again, as I connect with the creative force in the universe, my own creativity expands and thrives. So you kind of seep in, and exhale. One more time, big inhale. And exhale. And if you have time for it today, Robin, I'm going to leave you here in Shavasana for as long as you need. I would just encourage you to take a couple, like 5 minutes or so, to ground and to rest, to stay with your breath, and to come out of the posture when your body feels like it's calling you out. That said, the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Robin, collectively in all of us. Thank you for sharing your practice with me this morning and for trusting me with your body, heart, spirit, and soul. And to that, I will, when you leave your mat, be sure to go in peace. Remember to serve love always. Take the time for the stillness, and I will see you next week.
Go in peace, and serve love always.
Have a great week, Robin.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you.